Why, hello there everyone. Yeah, how's it going? It's official, guys. We done it. We've passed 600 days. And, oh man, I know we did it yesterday, but had to go to work yesterday. But today I'm off, and I do have free time. So, we're here to celebrate. I honestly just want to thank everybody for sticking around, for those who have been here since the beginning. Which, honestly, I don't know how many of you there are, but there should be a few of you. But anyhow though, 600 days. Man, that is crazy. It feels like I started yesterday, and we're still going on strong, and we're still going on. I can't believe it. I honestly thought that it would be over already, but I'm kind of bedazzled, as you can see. I don't really know exactly how I feel about it. It feels like I've gone a long way, but also it feels like I haven't gone anywhere. It's an interesting take, I guess. Mentally, I don't know if I'll say I'm doing better, but I'm coping much better, I guess. But I really would like to work harder, and that's kind of a contradictory, everyone. I don't know why I say that at times. I know that people want me to take a break and rest more often, but I'm honestly trying to work harder at the same time because I really want to achieve my goals and my dreams. Like I stated, I have a lot of things I want to do in life. And honestly, I'm going to make a video about this actually. Either that's going to be up tomorrow maybe, or today, or maybe on Tuesday or Monday, somewhere between that time period. And it's going to be discussing about my future plans, about what I want to do in life and whatnot, because I am in my 20s and I'm slowly trying to get everything together. Is it going as planned? I don't want to say it is, but it's not like it's not either. It's just a slow process. And I know people do ask about my new part-time job and how does it work. It's honestly just your typical convenience store job. It does take up a lot of hours, and it is an on and off job. So one day I work, the next day I'm off. One day I work, the next day I'm off. And it's kind of like that pretty much entirely as of now. I don't know exactly how long I'll be working here, everyone. I could be here for, I could be working there for about a year, maybe longer. It just depends on if I can get everything going. And I will have a video discussing about that because I know a lot of people cannot make it to my live streams because of either school, work, personal life, etc, etc. So there's going to be a video up, so if you're watching this as an archive or something, you might as well just wait for that video to go up. It's going to be discussing about the future plans, the plans in the past, what I'm doing now, and trying to get my life, going. It's nothing too crazy, but I want to create a series because I think it'll be interesting, I guess, to slowly conquer my 20s. As of this live stream, and as of when the video goes up, I am currently age 23. I'm not in my mid-20s yet, but I'm approaching there. And there are a lot of things I want to do in life. Now granted, the first 3 years of my 20s were kind of, I don't want to say they were wasted, but there were a lot of setbacks. And I think the biggest setback, without a doubt, was the pandemic. Because the pandemic really put a lot of holes in my plans. And although I did conquer a lot in my teens that I wanted to, not everything went accordingly to plan, or not everything was in the direction I wanted to. But some things did exceeded my expectations, and other things didn't really. But maybe I'll discuss more about that in a video for either tomorrow or Monday. But honestly though, 600 days. Let us push on to 700. And I do have a set number of days I'm planning to go to when it comes to this daily motivation. Once we hit that number, I'm going to actually stop here, everyone. I mean, not stop here, but stop there. Well, we're still far from that number, and I think we'll have a while before we reach there. And honestly, I don't even know how long we're going to be on this journey. Like for me, I don't believe in peaking in life. Life doesn't really have a peak, honestly. Life has a start and it has an end. And I think that's the best way to put it. You won't really know when you'll peak. And I don't really live by that principle, I guess. I just live off from push on every single day, make yourself a little bit better, you know, do what you can. I don't really like the idea of, man, this guy peaked in his high school years and now in his 20s and 30s he's a no one. It's not really the way I like to approach it, because you won't really know exactly where you'll be in the future. You could be a no one year, and then the next year you're somebody. It's just really, it's very tangible, which is why I don't really like to consider a peak in life. It's more so of where you are that year. But I do have plans that I want to do and things I want to conquer. So everybody, thank you for 600 days. And honestly, let us hope we can get another 100 more, and onward and onward. And man, I am so bedazzled. 600 days. That is just crazy. It felt like 500 days was yesterday, and then 400 days was like the day before. Isn't it just crazy how time flies, especially on this channel? And I upload every single day too, so that just makes me wanna, it makes me kind of strange. It just makes me feel old in a way, because I don't know, but I stated this before, and I stated this like a million times already. I've been on YouTube for so long at this point that it's honestly makes me feel like I'm an ancient fossil here on this channel. Oh man, I've already discussed about that in the past, actually, about wanting to become a YouTuber way back then when I was still in my teens. That was actually one of my few goals I wanted to achieve when I was, you know, in my teen years, my late teen years, mind you. But I don't think it's going in that direction, because it took a turn that didn't really want to go the way I wanted to. So I guess we carry that on to our 20s, I guess. But yeah, though, guys, we have plans, or I have plans. So I know a lot of you guys won't be able to make it here onto this live stream, so I'll make it a video on this channel. So for those who just want to get the tidbits, I have plans, like actual plans. But before I jump into our list on the plans that I want to conquer in my 20s and the series I'm going to create, just for fun, I guess, about my 20s, I really want to discuss about my plans and the things I've done in my teen years. I made a post in my community section talking about, you know, like a bucket list, as somebody stated. And I guess that's a fair term to use it. I know that a lot of people are going to think that I got this inspiration from Zom 100 or something, like from that anime. But that is not the case. I'm a person that always set goals already, like prior to what I'm doing. So even in my late teen years, when I was trying to conquer that, because my childhood was pretty much gone, non-existent. So I had the plans of my teen years that I did conquer for some of them. Here are some of the plans that I've talked about in my teen years that I never did here until today, I guess. So this is the first time I'm talking about it. So in my teen years, I actually had a few plans I wanted to conquer. One was learning how to drive, which I've done that. I know how to drive now. Two, I wanted to become a dancer. And that one actually exceeded my expectations, believe it or not. Because I went from being an actual street dancer to being a dance instructor, which honestly is a huge jump. 3, get into voice acting. I did. I took voice acting classes, and yeah, the rest you kind of know because I post voice acting stuff here on the channel and on my other channel as well. 4, get a girlfriend. I've done that, conquered it, simple as that. 5, this one I did not conquer whatsoever, but it's a plan that carried on to my 20s now, and that is to grow a YouTube channel. So that one is self-explanatory, don't need to explain that. It's honestly much harder than I thought for YouTube back then, but now looking back on it, I wish I could have just started. But yeah, what else have I conquered in my teen years? I don't know. There's still more, but those are like some of the base principles, I guess. I mean, one of them was getting into stage acting, but that one's self-explanatory as well, I guess. But anyhow, though, I do have plans for my 20s that I really want to conquer. So let us get into that real quick. Let me pull up a WordPad. So this right here, guys, for those who are here on this live stream, or for those who are watch later on, I guess, or an archive, these are my future plans that I would really like to conquer in my 20s. So let's call this the 20's plans. That is size 25, I guess. 125. Or maybe 100. There it goes. So these are my plans I would really like to conquer in my 20's. So yeah, guys, this is the goal now. So for those who are watching, the whole point of the channel is to celebrate for 600 days. But also, I'm going to be discussing about the plans going on forward, about what I want to do in my 20's, because I'm currently 23 now, guys. And normally this list or these goals would have started in 2020. But the problem was that, for those who don't know, the pandemic happened and it put so many setbacks in my life. And honestly, it was a really bad time for me. I couldn't find a job, I got dumped, I went into financial debt, and yeah, it was a real L for me, honestly. I was literally losing everything in my 20's. So now, since the pandemic is over and I finally have the goal and the audacity to actually start, here's my plans for my 20's. And as of now, guys, I'm 23. And for those who are missing out on this, I'm going to make a video on this, so don't worry about it. So essentially, here are my plans that I want to conquer in my 20's. Number 1, get a car. This is the first goal I really want to do. Because in my teen years, in my late teens plans, yes, I made a list. Well, it's not necessarily a list, but a goal of mine was to learn how to drive. I did learn how to drive, but I didn't have a car. So now the goal now is to get a car. So that is one of the first goals. The second goal is to actually start a business. Start a spider business. This is actually one of the goals, guys, that I really want to conquer, is to start a spider business. I don't know exactly how it'll go, but this is actually one of my actual plans as the Kumo Sensei. For those who don't know, I work with spiders, and as of now, although I do sell and breed spiders, it's not necessarily a business yet, but it is a goal that I'm working towards of. Your videos motivate me to push an exercise every day. Hey, that's great to hear, Vina. Vinayak Trevetti. Vinayak Trevetti. Huh. Nice name. But yes, I truly appreciate it that it motivates you guys. And push on. Push strong. And let's hope the best for the future, guys. Well, these are my 2 plans as of now, though, for my 20's. One is to get a car, and the other one is to start a spider business. Yo, meteor shower tonight. Hey, that's pretty cool to hear, Manas. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, these are the current plans as of now. So, get a car, start a spider business. And we have a lot more plans that I really want to do in my 20's. Oh, okay. The next goal, guys. New PC. The new PC is self-explanatory. So, yeah. What are you talking about? So, guys, for those who are just got in, so this is my plans for my 20's. As of now, I'm age 23. And what you see here is my plans of the future of what I want to do in my 20's before I reach age 30. So this here is essentially my life goals in my 20's. So I'm making a compiled bucket list essentially on the things I want to do before I reach age 30. As of now, I'm 23, so these are just future plans that I'm trying to conquer. And basically my life goals, guys, because if I push on, you guys do too. So yeah, this is what we're aiming for here, guys. Getting a car, starting a spider business. Getting a new PC is one thing I've held back for way too long. I would also like to get a new phone, by the way. Because we really need a new phone, because my phone is trash, by the way. For those who don't know, the phone that I use to show my time here on my push-up videos, this phone is actually broken. So, the goal is to get a new phone. So that's one of our plans. But these are my priority goals as of now. My main goal in my 20s is to build a freaking house. Well, good luck on that, because building a house doesn't sound easy. It sounds pretty complicated, but I wish you the best. I just really want to get my I really just want to get my life together, though. But these are my current goals as of now. There is more, but some of them are personal, such as new girlfriend, I guess. Like maybe that's a goal, but that's for me personally, and it's not something I would want to make public, I guess. It's more of a personal life, but in terms of things I can put out publicly, these are some of the starters I would really like to get going. Ooh, I stumbled right there. What is your explanation of a peaceful life? I don't necessarily wish... Well, I wish my life was more peaceful, but it has never been easy. So, I don't really know... I would be lying if I said I knew what a peaceful life is, because I never experienced a life where it was easy. Everything in my life has always been, you kind of had to keep going to know where you'll be in life. You can't just stop. So it's I don't really know what a peaceful life is, quote unquote. The only thing I know is just keep pushing on in life. And it's kind of strange to say that, but it's honestly the way my family has lived life. It has never been a peaceful life for me. If I knew what a peaceful life was, I would actually tell it how it is, but I haven't really gotten to that place yet, not mentally or physically, so I can't really necessarily tell you what a peaceful life is for me yet. When are you planning to retire? In terms of retiring, if you're talking about like actual retirement, like growing, like your retirement age and whatnot, if possible, my 50s. I would really like to retire in my 50s, but I don't think that would happen because like the way I lived and the way I am now is just not possible. I'm just gonna keep going. And honestly, I wish I could stop, but I have a genuine fear of relaxing. I can't relax like most people can, because I feel like, I don't know how to put it for me. For me, it feels unearned if I take a break. Add a goal related to your YouTube channel. I'm going to make a discussion about that for a second, because that was actually a plan in my 20s, which it actually carried on to my 20s now. So, add a goal related to your YouTube channel. So that is, we might as well just put it up, I guess. YouTube growth. We might as well just put that on there because why not? I don't, for this YouTube channel to grow, I don't really have plans for that. If anything, I would really like for my YouTube channel of my spider work to grow, my Laxo channel. Because I would really like people to know that, you know, I'm actually working with spiders and that the name Kumo Sensei is not a gimmick. I don't really want to upload my spider work onto this YouTube channel because then it's gonna kind of hurt the algorithm for the channel. Oh, one big goal actually, voice acting. Oh man. This is one here that I really am passionate about. I would really like to be casted in voice acting or something, because if possible, that would be one huge dream come true. Because for those who don't know, I actually made a plans list way back when, like a general idea of what I wanted to do in my teens. So this is before I was 20, guys. One of those was to get voice acting lessons, which I've done. Another one was dancing, which I've done. And then, you know, pretty much I've got like everything I wanted in my teens done, except for YouTube and some other small things. But the big plans I've succeeded on, honestly. What about your financial status by the end of your 20s? Hopefully, if all goes well, if I'm being realistic, I don't want to say I want to be rich, because let's be honest, that is a pipe dream. Realistically speaking, as long as I have a place to live and as long as I can operate a spider business, not to where it's like the most successful business in the world, but like as a way of passive income that is just enough that to me, I'm already satisfied. So my financial status, I come from a very poor background. So like, I don't really like to dream in a unrealistic setting. So like I stated, when it comes to goals and stuff in life, you can dream big, but you gotta be realistic. So essentially what I'm getting at is, I don't think I'll be rich or the most well off, but I certainly shouldn't be struggling like I am now. If you guys get what I'm saying. But like I stated though, I'm not giving up without a fight. I really hope that, you know, I can be somewhere better in the future. And although I don't know, as long as I keep pushing and as long as I don't give up, then something should work out in the end. Now, I don't want to make promises to everyone stating I'm going to be like a big YouTuber or I'm going to be the most wealthiest person, because let's be honest, that sounds like a pipe dream. But realistically though, in terms of financial status by the end of my 20s, I would really like to have at least a decent place to live. I don't care if it's an apartment or a small house, somewhere to live and somewhere I can operate a tarantula business. Add a goal related to places you want to visit or travel. I'm actually going to save that for more so my late 20s to my 30s. Because I feel like 20s is your prime in terms of financial status. Because you're even tough, you want even though I know you want buy a motherfucking bike and a dog. Hey, you're free to dream about what you want to conquer in your 20s. There's no right or wrong answer for your plans. It's just essentially what you want to do with your life. As long as you're not throwing it away, then it's at least a plan. Because I don't really think people will throw away their lives and whatnot, or being reckless, quote unquote. I need to shrink this down actually. There it goes. So I think most of us, or most of you guys, should be fine for the most part. Well, that's kind of small, hold up. That's big enough. Buying a house and a dog. Oh, building a house is just a stepping stone. Everything in life is a stepping stone. There's no peak in life. That is one of the things that I actually live by. People don't necessarily peak in life because, like, I feel like if you set yourself into peaking in life, then you're essentially setting yourself up for failure later on. You could say this is your current peak in life, and then later on you just go downhill. You're going to regret it. Life is always a learning process. There really is no end to growth or to decline. It just really depends on what you do with your life. Now for sure, there are setbacks and there are things that will bring you down or make you go back. But it's not necessarily over until you actually give up. As long as you're willing to push on, I think everybody has a fighting chance to get somewhere better than they are now. So I don't really like to tell people, yep, this is this guy's peak, it's over for him. When in reality, you don't even know the future yet. So, you know, build the foundation, guys. Because all of this here that you're seeing, some of this, or the majority of this, is like legit building the tower now. By the way, about your setup, you never showed it to us. Like, you're talking about my PC setup, or like, Madness, can you be more specific about my setup, quote unquote? If you're talking about my PC setup, I'll tell you. Or if you're talking about my room setup, then I can talk about that as well. So, facts, yes, PC setup. Okay, so in terms of my PC setup, this is actually a PC I've built when I was in my teens. So one of my goals in my teen years was to get a PC, and I actually got it. And it's this one here. So this PC I've built was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I built this PC. And this is actually an interesting story for those who are wondering. So when I was younger, I actually wanted a gaming PC. So when I was about 16 to 15 years old, I've built my first PC using, pocket change, dumpster diving money, and working a small part-time job while I was still in high school. And I built this PC that I'm currently using right now. I forgot the specs of it because it is a severely outdated PC, but at the time though, it was a decent gaming PC. And the specs on it is really old. I think the graphics card is a 950 GTX 2.0 plus SCC cooling technology, I believe. That's the graphics card. The motherboard, I forgot what the motherboard was. The RAM, your typical, 8 to 12 gigs of RAM. It's nothing too fancy. It is a really outdated PC, by the way. So believe it or not, in my teens plans here, the first plans I've made was to get a PC, and now in my 20s, it's to get a new PC. So that's how outdated my PC is. But I have a lot of memories with this PC I'm currently using, though. We go a long way. Ooh, GTX 630. Man, that's crazy. And room too. So my room setup is actually very straightforward. So my room is actually nothing but just spiders at this point. It's very self-explanatory. I will do a room tour, but that is for a series I'm going to create here on this YouTube channel. So for those who are wondering, I'm actually going to create a series that I'll post here and there called something in my 20s. I don't know. I'm going to call it A Failure in His 20s or something like that. And it's essentially going to be about me, life, and conquering my 20s while conquering all of these plans here. So if I can conquer every single one of these plans in my 20s before I'm 30, then it's a success, honestly. I don't know exactly how well this series would do and how frequent I'll upload on it. But the goal is episode 0, which will go up on Monday, I believe, is going to be discussing about the plans I had before and the plans I have now. And then every single time I conquer one of these goals, it will be an episode. So it'll be something for myself as a way to archive me conquering my 20s. And maybe it will help people who are stuck in life to actually push on. Because I noticed that a lot of people are directionless in their 20s. So maybe this series that I'm going to create will help people push themselves in life. I don't know if it'll do, but we just kind of had to see when it happens. Make a vlog when you are buying a car. That is going to happen, believe it or not. That is going to be part of the series. So every single thing you see here, one at a time that I conquer, will be an episode. So stay tuned for that, guys. I think the first goal that will be conquered without a doubt, that will be the easiest, is the new phone. Because this might be episode 1, honestly. But stay tuned and we'll conquer our 20s together, I guess. Or my 20s at least. There is no failure unless you're truly giving up. So as long as I fight, there's still a fighting chance for these dreams to come true. This YouTube growth is actually a carryover. I don't know. It's kind of funny how I'm still having on, like I'm still hanging on to this right here. So for those who are wondering why I put a carry over here, is because this was actually a goal that I had in my teen years. It was to actually start a YouTube channel that will be successful, and that never happened. So this is a carryover from my teen years, which is carried over now to my 20s. That is interesting. So not everything in life works out, guys, such as this, for example, the YouTube growth. But let us see what happens. And I need to clarify why I'm starting this, though. What's your sub goals for your 20s? I don't really have a sub goal. Even though I do state reaching 10k subs, that's more so of a joke, I guess. But in terms of my sub goals, I don't really have a sub goal. All I really want is an active community. That's really all I want. Like, I could be, like, I'm satisfied with 2,000 subs as long as those 2,000 subs are either active or interacting with my videos in some sort of fashion. Because I really want a sense of community. That's really all I want to feel in terms of my YouTube growth. I feel more of that on my Laxo channel than I do here on this channel. But, it's just the way it is as of now, though. But my sub goals, though, it really doesn't really bother me, honestly, because I'm truly satisfied with, you know, the 1,740 subs here on the channel. That, to me, is already more than satisfying. I just really wish that I had more traction, I guess, or more interaction with my content and whatnot. I would really like to actually start posting more voice acting videos here on the channel. So that way I can actually grow myself as a voice actor. And also content creation maybe here on the channel. And I know that people do want me to talk about anime and whatnot. That'll still happen, actually. I'll still talk about anime and whatnot, but it's just that I'm busy with my work. Ah, I see. Mikio, it's all fine. We all will find some way to make things work. But these are my current goals, though. But yeah, here are my get a car, start a spider business, new PC, a new phone, YouTube growth, voice acting, and I don't really know what else I would add onto this list. If anybody has any ideas, maybe that'd be a great idea. Because I feel like I can do every single one of these in a year. If I'm being honest. Like, this stuff here doesn't really seem too hard. Now, granted, the business may not be successful, but I can easily just start a business with spiders. New PC, that will take time to save money. The new phone is the easiest one. So this might actually be the first episode after episode 0 of conquering my 20s. A new phone. YouTube growth will take time, but how this channel is growing and how you guys are finding me, which I don't know how YouTube is pushing my videos out. I really don't know. Like, I think this will come with time. Voice acting is going to be difficult, but if I keep uploading content on this channel revolving around my voice, then I believe that there's a better chance. So, there goes that. And I think the rest is self-explanatory. I do have personal goals as well, such as finding a new girlfriend and whatnot, but I want to make this another disclaimer. When it comes to finding a new girlfriend and relationships and that stuff, I really want to keep most of that personal if possible. And it's not because I'm hiding stuff, it's just because I don't want people to go crazy trying to like go the extra mile, because then it's not a really healthy relationship. Are you watching the Zom 100 anime? Yes, I am. And I know, I need to talk about that actually. A lot of people think that this list I'm making here is inspired by Zom 100, and it is not, by the way, guys. I've already made a list an extremely long time ago. So, okay, here's the true So here's the true story. So about 7 to 8 years ago, I made a list about it is exactly about the things I wanted to do before my 20s. So it was called the 15's to 20's plans. And this list essentially is like this, except it's for me before I was 20. And those plans were 1, become a dancer, 2, get voice acting lessons, 3, get a girlfriend, 4, learn how to drive, 5, learn how to sew my own clothing because my clothes keep ripping back in those days. And then I had a bunch of other plans, and such as YouTube and whatnot, because at the time I was legit trying to branch out to other YouTubers to grow a channel, which that one carried over to this 20's plans that you're seeing now with the YouTube growth. And I have a bunch of other plans from my 15's to 20's that is either conquered or carried on to my 20s. I will make it during the episode 0, I will talk about that, my 15s to 20s plans. And that is an interesting list. So everything you're seeing on the channel, such as spider work, dancing, voice acting, all of that came from my teen years, for my teen plans. So every single talent or skill that I have currently was pretty much from my, I don't want to say bucket list because then that sounds like Zom 100, but it was more so of my plans for my late teen years. And the only reason, and hear me out carefully guys, the only reason why I made that list was because my childhood was essentially blank. I had literally like no childhood. So I made that list as a way to conquer life. So that way I can be satisfied with myself. So I'm going to go more into depth about that actually on that video that will be posted either tomorrow or on Tuesday. It really just depends. I'm editing a video right now that I'm making that revolves around voice acting. So that video may go out soon. So I'm still editing that video, but after that video, I'm gonna discuss about that. So yeah, it's a lot to talk about. And people do want to know about my part-time job that I currently just taken up. So yes, I have taken up another job, and this job is it's really just a convenience store job, you know, with groceries and whatnot. It's nothing too insane, nothing too fancy. It's just your typical run of the day job, I guess. It is an on and off job, so I work one day, then I'm on break the next day. Then I work again the next day, and then I'm off the next day. So it's 1 day of work, 1 day of break, and then 1 day of work, 1 day of break. Rinse and repeat. So I'm very busy as of now. And not to mention, guys, on my days off, I'm using that to do my spider work because I really want to push that as a career. So everything I'm doing now is really just keeping me busy from uploading the way I want to upload. But it's not because I don't like this channel or that I'm neglecting you guys. It's just the fact that I really want to get my life together. And if possible, I would really like to ask for everybody's support to follow me on this journey. Because I don't know exactly if we'll succeed on all of these plans that I have laid out. But I just want to see what happens. Whether I succeed or whether I fail, I want everybody to witness this and hopefully either learn from it or, you know, watch vicariously through my success and failures. I just want to see what happens. So stick around and join along. So thank you guys for everybody who was here on this, that has been supporting me. And I hope that we can all support each other so that way nobody gets stuck in life, because I hate that feeling. I don't really like leaving people behind stuck in life, which is why if I fight, you fight. I'm the type of guy that don't like building bridges just yet. I like to actually set the foundation right, so that way when I build a bridge, it's a solid bridge and it doesn't break off easily or, you know, destroys itself very fragilely. Everything is legit. Your life is built on the foundation. That is the thing that matters the most. It doesn't matter how high you build your tower. If the foundation you built it on is fragile, or if it's loose or broken, then the tower itself will collapse no matter how strong you build it. So make sure, guys, that, you know, you build a solid foundation of what you want to do with yourself, and then slowly start building the concrete and laying down the floor work. And then once you got everything patted down right, then it's time to start building your tower. For me, I've already laid down a lot of the foundation in my teen years, such as learning how to drive. That was in my teen years. Now in my 20s, I'm focusing on getting a car. Starting a spider business. In my teen years, I was apprenticed to learn how to raise, breed, and take care of spiders when I was as young as 16. Or 15. I don't remember now, it's been years, but there goes that. For a new PC, in my teen years, I've built my own PC, but now it's time to get a new one. Same thing for the phone. Even though I got a phone in my teen years, it's time to get a new one. The YouTube growth, that one needs a lot of work. For voice acting, I've taken stage acting classes, and then that actually led me on to voice acting. I did took voice acting classes, but that was kind of a iffy story. But all of these here, or the majority of things on this list, I've already built the foundation for. So I guess now it's time to start building the tower, while expanding on the foundation. I don't like just building foundation first, alone, after all of this. Life is a learning process. I still have a lot I really want to learn, and a lot of things I really want to conquer. But everything here is still a stepping stone, though. I would really like to increase the base foundation of what I have. Because even though I can start building the tower, essentially, like start building on from everything I've built up in my teen years, this is still a learning process. So if you want to do anything in life, guys, make sure the foundation you have is a solid one. Trust me, the foundation matters so much. Learn the basic principles of what you want to do, and then the rest is really up to your imagination. But let's conquer this, baby. Oh boy. I think the best... Man. I don't know how to explain this feeling of mine. And I think the best way to put it was this. In my teen years, I was actually more afraid of doing things because I was afraid of mistakes and things going awry. But as you get older, you'll know the timing is right when you don't necessarily feel afraid to take those steps, but rather the feeling of embracing the unknown. It's like exploring an ocean. The moment you set sail out, you know, if it feels right, you'll know when it's right. But there it goes, guys. This is our current plans of now. You will see more added to this list when I make the video, but for now, this is all I have. Oh man, this is great. I really love this list. I think this list is a solid list. It's not anything too out of this world, so it's realistic in a way, but at the same time, it's not overly easy, I guess, for some of this stuff. Episode 0 will be going up soon. So episode 0 is going to be more so of just talking about these plans. And then episode 1 and onwards is more so going to be like a vlog style, I guess. Focusing on getting all of this one step at a time. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's great to see everybody here though, guys. But let us push on for another 100 days of push-ups as well. And I'm still working out, and I'm still pretty much fit. I really would like to clarify that I do work out still, and I still exercise and train. I'm not out of shape. I don't know why people think I'm out of shape just because I got a new part-time job. It's, I will always be in shape. I stated that in my 20s. I'm not my 20s, but I made a promise to myself when I was younger that I'm going to be the most fit person possible. And I'm still holding on to that promise to myself. So I'm still exercising and training. I don't necessarily understand why people think that I only do 25 push-ups for my workouts. That's more so of a mental push in life. But this is the goal, guys. So, God, I would really like to ask for everybody's support, if possible, to join me on this journey to watch my successes and my failures, because some of this stuff will be a failure without a doubt. But we gotta go through it. The only way to truly know whether it worked or not is to go through with it. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. It doesn't look like it, but I'm actually kind of nervous. I would be lying if I said I know what I'm doing. I don't know everything that I'm doing. The only thing I know is that I gotta trust this feeling and believe in myself. And I am so afraid, but I'm afraid to where it's not like I don't want to try, but it's more like I'm afraid because now I know what I'm doing to embrace the unknown. So I am extremely nervous. I really don't. I don't even know if these plans will work out in my 20s. But guys, if I fail, it's at least a learning experience, and if I succeed, then we've succeeded. I'm gonna. What kind of car did you want to get? I did not have any plans for what kind of car I'll get. I will say this though, as long as it's a car I can drive, and as long as it's under my name, as in it's my car, then I'm truly satisfied. So anything that drives works. So that is the goal, guys. Whatever car can drive, it is a win for me. Oh man, I'm extremely nervous. I would be lying if I said, man, I got the plans, I know exactly what I'm doing, everything's gonna work out. I would be lying if I said that, but I don't. Like, I don't know if I'll get it done on time, because I'm currently 23, guys. You gotta remember, this was supposed to be something I've done early on in my 20s, but the reason why it took me till now to finally get it started is because the pandemic is officially over, which was the huge setback in my life. So for those who don't know, I graduated from a local community college in 2020. And when I did, that was when the pandemic started. So the moment I graduated from my local college, there was literally no jobs available. Because of the lockdown, everybody was stuck inside and nobody could actually find a job or work. So this set me back, remember that. And during the next 2 years, it got so bad. It got really bad. So what happened was that during this time, since everybody was locked inside because of the lockdown, because of the pandemic of the coronavirus, I was jobless essentially. So to make ends meet, I was actually paid out of pocket to do online translating. And at the same time, I was doing a bunch of online jobs, getting paid under the table. So that way I could support myself and try to start my spider business. But what made it worse was that my spider business was not working well because first of all, everybody was in a lockdown. So nobody could go outside. Nobody wanted to go out because of, the coronavirus was scaring people. And then what made it worse was that I went negative in terms of my financial situation. I was in debt, bad debt. And then my girlfriend dumped me. So, I went backwards. I went a lot of steps back, essentially. And then, it gotten so bad to the point where I was just losing my mind. It was just crazy. I was overworked. I was literally overworked. And at the same time, I had no car. My girlfriend dumped me. And everything was just hell. Everything was bad. It was not looking good. What language were you translating? So for those who don't know, I worked as a translator online. Languages I translated were English, Japanese, Hmong, French, Portuguese. Those are the main languages I was translating. And at the same time, I was trying to learn Spanish and Latin. I was trying to learn those languages, those 2 languages, but I gave up on those because it was just too much. And yeah, that was essentially the setback I had. So for about 2 to 3 years until now, those were the setback years for me. So everything that was supposed to go right went wrong. So this is why I'm making this list now, because I think now is a perfect time because the pandemic is over and whatnot. And just to re-clarify, this list is not inspired by Zom 100. Just for those who are wondering. I guess you could say Zom 100 did have an influence, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But in terms of this list in general and my plans in my 20s, this is something I've already had planned out way before the pandemic. So this So this list pretty much predates 2020. It was late 2019 during my last year of college, if you're wondering, guys. My last year at my local college, that is. So yeah, I'm now 23, so I'm pretty much set back by 2 years, 2 to 3 years. So let us now start on this list. And this part-time job that I'm working, I'm going to be working this part-time job until I can actually get the spider business going. Once I get a car and once I can get the spider business going, and maybe a new PC as well, then I'll probably quit my job and focus more on the spider business and maybe YouTube growth and voice acting. So yeah, that is going to be the goal of when I'll quit. This may take a few months, it may take a few years. I don't really know how long it'll take, everyone. But this is our plans for my 20s, because the pandemic sucks and it put me back a long time. And also my girlfriend dumped me, which was... I did not take that well, guys. I was so heartbroken. Oh my gosh. I would be lying if I said I took that as a champ when that happened. Because you gotta remember, this was during the pandemic. I was financially... Hello there, John Knight. I hope everything's going well. But essentially, though, the pandemic legit set me back so much. I was really set back by the pandemic. Why am I, like... I don't think people understand how bad it was for me. It was just absolutely atrocious. Because I had no job, graduating from college. I couldn't even find a job because everything was in lockdown. I went into financial debt. My spider business was not going well. And my relationship got tested, in which I got dumped. And then, like, I was just lost. Like, I was literally directionless for about 1.5 or 2 years. So if you ever feel like you're being lost or you just don't have a place in life, just remember that as long as you keep pushing, things will work out. Whitney Houston's 60th birthday was 2 days ago. Yeah, I noticed. John, thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you. You've been here for the longest. And so has everybody else too that's on here right now. Mikio and everybody. But let us conquer our 20s though. So John, allow me to catch up to our to what's going on here. So we're celebrating for 600 days of daily push-ups. And we're also making our goals for our lives, for my life plans in my 20s. So these are all of our plans, or all of my plans of what I want to do in my 20s. So if you're wondering, that is the plan. What is your favorite Whitney Houston song? I do not listen to Whitney Houston, to be honest, John. If I'm being completely honest, I don't listen to Whitney Houston. But I do know who you're talking about, though. Congratulations. Yeah, 600 is cool, but man, you know what? I need to include that. This is also one of the goals I really would like to do with you guys. I would like to live stream more often, if possible. It's just that as of now, I'm working very frequently now. Because before I got this new part-time job, I legit didn't have to go anywhere for my other part-time, or my other side hustle jobs. Because those were online jobs, so I could legit just stay home, like right here, and work. But since I'm actually having to leave this house, you know, have to go out and drive, I gotta be away from the PC and be away from you guys. And I would really like to actually do more for you guys, man, because you all deserve it. But it's just that my financial situation is slowly recovering, I guess. I don't want to say it's recovering, but I'm recuperating debt that I owe to myself. And I would be lying if I said I'm financially stable. I am not financially stable. I had to be honest. I am currently still in debt. Because goddamn, the pandemic sucks. It really lingers like that. But yeah, though. The first paycheck that I'm getting within the next 2 weeks is going to be used to pay off some some things during the pandemic and probably getting a new phone as well. And I'm gonna make that a series, conquering my goddamn 20s, man. Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3, September 29, 12 a.m. I'm gonna watch that for Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3, part 1, and whatnot. Like the final season of Attack on Titan. I'm gonna watch that sub. Now I don't hate the dub, but I can't wait, man. I gotta watch that sub, yo. Brogar, congratulations, my bro. I can't hear you because I have no earphones, and the people here are sleeping. Oh, congratulations, my brother. Keep on going. You inspire me to start on working on myself too. Thank you so much. Take care, brother. Don't stay safe. Take care, bro. Brogar, I'm truly obliged, and I truly thank you for stopping by. And I really hope that you and everybody else who's watching, and everybody that has stumbled upon my content, I hope that everybody pushes on forward. Because if not, then maybe I can come back and help you guys at some point. I don't like when people get stuck in life, because like being stuck in life is not a great feeling, because I've been there and I'm slowly getting out. You're doing well and great, even excellent, my man. Keep it up. Proud of you, my guy. I'm proud of everyone too. And it's kind of surprising because I stated this once only, I think, on a live stream in the past. When I started this 25 daily push-ups, the goal, I really didn't have any goal in mind. I just wanted to see where I would go in life. I think I stated that too on day 1, actually. I stated, I don't care what happens, I don't care where this goes, let's just see what happens. And then for some odd reason, as I kept going, everybody just somehow tagged along. And it wasn't even meant to be a physical push in life. It was more so of like, I just want to be somewhere better and happier in life. And then everybody just tagged along. It is honestly an interesting experience. And the reason why I say it's interesting is because I honestly do not expect anybody to see it. I posted it because I just thought, why the hell not? And I just really just wanted to push myself. And then over time, you know, one person came after another, and then another, and then another. And then before I knew it, I have over 1,000 subs. Man, that was surprising. Honestly, like, if I'm being honest, I really thought that it wasn't really gonna do anything for anyone, because 25 pushes a day was literally just, you know, a mental push to get me through the day. Like, all right, if I could do 25 for today, then I can at least get off my butt and do something with my life. That was the mentality I had, I guess. But I legit thought that when people watched this, I thought that people were going to say, man, 25 is nothing. I can do 25 just as easy, man. And that's the way I thought about it, because I thought that people were going to watch it and legit just thought that it was just a waste of time. But the thing was that, I don't want to be selfish when I say this, I really just did it for me in the beginning. And then somehow, some way, I remember the first comment, actually, I think. And then from there on, it just kind of stumbled. It's just crazy. John Knight, it took 6 months to dub Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3. Yeah, that's the reason why I like to watch English sub. It's just so I know how to actually anticipate the wait for a dub. I don't hate the dub though. I do think the dub is good. It's very interesting, as a matter of fact. I find it interesting how the same voice actor for Eren Yeager for the English dub for Attack on Titan is the same as Kirito from Sword Art Online. It was just surprising, I guess, in terms of anime. But yeah, though, guys, that is my honest feeling about the 25 push-ups a day. I really didn't think it would go as far as it did today. Honestly, I don't even know what would happen once we reach day 1000. Because if we hit day 1000 and I don't even know where to begin. I probably will cry on day 1000. because it just goes to show you how crazy things can be on YouTube. Like, I did not expect anybody to care at all for this 25 daily push-ups. Because as selfish as it is to say, starting it just for myself, you know, everybody pushed on and tagged along. And then before I knew it, 1,700 subs later. Alright. But if I fight, you guys fight as well, guys. I hope that, you know, everyone can be somewhere better in life. Don't settle for less. Because I don't want to take it easy on myself, man. Because every single time I took the easy way, or tried to make things easier for my life, it got much worse. And I think the easy way to put it is this. The hard road was easy. The easy road was hard. And what I'm saying would not make sense until you reach there. But that is the best way to put it. Every single time I try to take the easy road, it became much harder at the end. So, and for some reason, every time when life started out hard, or when things were at its worst, it just became super easy later on. I don't know, guys. That was a quote from one of my friends before he passed on. Honestly, that quote was from I think it was from a Japanese American entrepreneur that one of my friends actually re-quoted to us before he passed on. Rest in peace, by the way, guy. Like, the funny thing was that he was a Redditor, and we didn't know whether he was joking or not, that he was passing away. But when he did pass, though, he left us that quote, which was a very fitting last quote, I guess. And now that I think about it, I think it is somewhat true, though. The hard road was easy. The easy road was hard. But you're free to take that at what you will, I guess. But I don't know what the easy road is, because everything in life has always been hard. If anything, I would really like to relax more, but I just won't allow it. I feel like if I take a break, or if I start taking things easily, then I feel like I would do myself a disservice. Because I don't want to lose that feeling. I don't know. There's this weird feeling I have in life where, like, when I get comfortable, I get afraid that I'll forget where I came from. I think, like, there's something so the first Kumo Sensei, the guy that I was apprenticed to, that taught me about spiders and stuff. Like, one thing he stated that I would never forget, that I find was very interesting, that I still think is true today about me, is this. You will never know where you're going to go in life, but the one thing you must never forget is where you came from. So, like, if I was to start relaxing and start taking life more easily now, if I look back on myself, I don't think I've earned it. Because, you know, it's just a strange feeling. I feel guilty if I start becoming comfortable. I don't know, why is that? Why do I feel so guilty? I know that people tell me to, you know, rest easy and stuff on the comments at times, but I feel like if I do that, then I'm just becoming lazy. But at the same time, if I start working, I work too hard. I just can't find that balance yet. But I hope that one day things will balance out. You know, I'm actually afraid to settle, like, to relax. I'm sorry, guys. I know that sounds kind of strange, but it's just not earned. I don't feel like I've earned it yet. So, we're still pushing. If I fight, you fight. life is gonna be much more rougher than this, but I just gotta not disappoint. Not you guys, but disappoint myself. I gotta make sure I live up to what I want to do in life. It's gonna be a while before I reach there, but I hope that one day we do get to a better, happier place in life. But it's just that the mentality and the situations around me just saying no. Well, let us hope for the best. So, everybody who's watching this live stream, whether it's an archive or something like that, just know that what is going to happen for this channel is that I'm going to start a series about conquering my 20s. It was something I was supposed to do earlier, but I guess now is the best time to start it. I don't know exactly when I'll upload episodes of this new series I'm creating, I guess. It could be short, it could be long, I don't know. It could be a 5-minute video, it could be a 20-minute video. Ooh, excuse myself. I just want to show you guys this journey, I guess. So, let us hope for the best. Well, you gotta be so good self-talk and all. Dante, I think we'll be fine for the most part. So, don't you guys worry too much. I just hope that we're going to be somewhere better in life, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for 600 days, and this is the future plans. Now, in terms of anime and stuff, I'm still watching anime, but I just don't have as much free time I don't have the free time and leisure as I used to because I have a new part-time job that keeps me away from the house. So there goes that. But I think we'll be fine for the most part. Yeah, guys, these are the future goals and plans. So I will make a series called Conquering My 20s or something. I don't really know what I'll call it yet. And I will go more to depth about it on there. But let us push on and let us hope for the best. And let us transition back to the big screen for a second. So I guess I'll leave it here for now, guys. So yeah, in terms of anime and stuff, I'll still watch anime, but I may be a week or two late because of my new work schedule. And I also want to thank everybody for sticking around this journey, because this journey is honestly something I did not expect people to watch. It was more so of like for myself, and then now it's us. And one thing I would like to also do is to expand more on my voice acting for this YouTube channel. So there's going to be a lot more voice acting content, I guess, that I will post if I can get more free time away from work. So yeah, there will still be anime content, but maybe not as much because I want to focus more on voice acting as well. And new series about my 20s, and I'll explain that later on. So yeah, I guess this is really about it, guys. So with that, thanks everybody for sticking around for 600. Minasan, arigato gozaimasu. And for those in Brazil, muito obrigado. And yeah, I really want to thank everybody. 600, baby. Push on. And with that, that's really about it. I will live stream again sometime. I don't know when. Maybe Tuesday or Monday. I really don't know because my work schedule is really messy. But thanks, guys. Stick around. See you soon.